Regulated organizations cannot send compliance queries to cloud AI. Data sovereignty, GDPR, internal policy, it's a hard block. OwnedPulse runs on your own infrastructure. Private, traceable, built for Annex 11 from the ground. Let's run a live query against the system. How do EU GMP Annex 11 and 21 CFR Part 11 differ in their requirements for access control to computerized systems? Before retrieval even runs, the system expands the question into several variations, improving coverage without changing what was asked. The answer that comes back is grounded entirely in the indexed corpus, not the model's general knowledge. Every claim carries a citation number. Nothing here is asserted without a specific source behind it. "56 chunks were considered for this answer. 5 were used. What happened to the rest, and exactly which 5 were cited, isn't hidden." This is the traceability record behind that answer. At the top, the exact model call. Which model answered, how many tokens it processed, how long it took, and which prompt version was used. Below that, the retrieval configuration, how the search was run, and the exact variations the system generated from the original question. Then the citations themselves. Each one shows exactly where it came from. The source document, the clause, the page, and a relevance score. The number here corresponds directly to the citation you saw in the answer. The same identifier, end to end. And each citation links back to its ingestion record. When this document entered the system, through which pipeline? At what point in time? From answer, to citation, to source document, to the moment it was ingested. That chain doesn't break. The same is true for every citation in this answer. Just as important is, what wasn't used. The chunks that were retrieved but not cited are shown here too, because knowing what was searched and set aside matters as much, for audit purposes, as knowing what was used. This is what traceable to the ingestion event actually looks like in practice. Every query can be exported as a structured PDF record. It isn't a screenshot. It's a full evidence document, the query, the answer, the retrieval and generation parameters, and complete source metadata for every chunk considered, cited or not. Each source carries its own provenance record. Where it came from, when it was ingested, and how closely it matched the question. This is the kind of structured evidence record a QA team can actually work with. Query, answer, sources, parameters, all in one exportable document. Every query ever run on this instance is kept, not summarized, not aggregated away. Loading a historical entry doesn't rerun the question. It restores the exact record as it was. The same answer, the same citations, the same traceability data, from the moment it was first asked. Nothing about a past query is ever silently recomputed. Over 3,000 documents, continuously updated. The corpus pulls new EMA, FDA, and ICH publications automatically. Sources and time window fully configurable. At the core, 9 permanent seed documents, Annex 11, 21 CFR Part 11, the key ICH guidelines. Everything that enters goes through the same pipeline. Fetched, parsed, chunked, embedded, and recorded. Every document has its own record, issuing body, version, publication date, and a source integrity check confirming the file hasn't changed since it was indexed. When a document has been superseded, the system knows it. This is ICH Q9, and its successor, Q9, R1. The relationship between versions isn't something you have to work out by hand. To be precise about scope, OwnedPulse is not a document management system. It does not replace your validated DMS, Viva Vault, Documentum, or equivalent. It answers questions about public regulatory documents on your own hardware with a complete and exportable audit trail. That boundary is explicitly defined in the intended use declaration included in the repository. OwnedPulse is an open-source portfolio project.